Hello everyone and welcome back to our channel. My name is Femke from Fame to the Fiction on Instagram and Bookish Buddies over on Twitter. And today I am here with my very belated July TBR. So my July TBR is another installment in the Friends Pick My TBR series, game, whatever you would like to call it. So for this month, for July, Sasha from TheWildSasha was kind enough to pick my books for me. She played her Wild TBR game for me and picked the books for my TBR according to the prompts that she got, which I'm super excited for. She also filmed everything. I'll be including the footage in here as well, so you just get to see the entire process. But without further ado, let's get into the books Sasha picked for me.
It's so weird to be filming for someone. Hey, what's up? But thank you for asking. And my pleasure. I hope it's gonna treat you well. Okay, so 8 times. I know the books you need to read. So hopefully I will get everything right. So, roll number 1. Can you see? Yep. So we get a 3. So 1, 2, 3, and we have a 4, which is like a light brownish or 4, whatever. So let's shuffle the card if you can focus. Yep. Okay, let's this one. So we have a comfort read, cozy time. So I know what's cozy and comforting for me, but for you, let me check. Okay, so I checked your read kind of shelf on Goodreads, and I see that you have a lot of 5 stars, fantasy, etc., etc. So I guess your comfort zone kind of is fantasy. And I know that you need to read a Reaper at the Gate. You already gave that book 5 stars, so I guess it's gonna be like a cozy read, you know, comfort read, because you already know it. It's a reread, comfort read. So I hope you like this one.
The first book, I have the list on my phone. The first book that she picked was for a cozy or a comfort read, and that was A Reaper at the Gates by Sabah Tahir. So I am reading this book for the Emrani Ashalong, and I told her in advance, like, there are a few books that I wanted to read in July. She didn't have to take those into account, but she did, and I'm very grateful for that, which means that my TBR isn't massively out of control this month. So A Reaper at the Gates technically is a reread for me, and I'm actually reading all of these books along with the Emrani Ashalong in order to prepare for the final book in the series, which I really want to get to, so I'll just have finished this series, which I've been in the middle of since 2016, I think. Pretty sure. It's been a while.
Okay, roll number 2, we got a double. Okay, I will see if the double has to apply to a friend or not. So we'll see at the end. But 10. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 9, 10. Oh, but you're moving here. Oh, that's I love. So there is no number here, just a plain color, which means that usually I will pick like a book from my TBR jar. But my TBR jar not being your TBR jar, I'm just gonna randomly pick a book from your file, Excel file you just sent me. So, okay, so there is one that you have not read that I absolutely loved. It's one of my all-time favorite, and it is Heart of Iron. It is a retelling of Anastasia, and it's Sci-Fi July, organized by Steph, and it's a sci-fi, and it has pirates, and really I wanted to be a part of that crew, so I really hope you're gonna enjoy that retelling of Anastasia. So, yay!
So the next prompt was just a random pick, and Sasha picked Heart of Iron by Ashley Poston, and secretly I was kind of expecting and hoping that this was on here. I watched a lot of Sasha's videos and she's talked about this, well, maybe not very often, but often enough that I know that she really likes it. And I was actually supposed to read this in like March for like the previous round of the Tropical Readathon. and I just didn't. I've basically been in a reading slump for this entire year, so it's been very on and off, but I'm super excited for this. It sounded amazing when I read the premise. I love Anastasia retellings. So yeah, I'm secretly very happy that this is on here. Well, not even secretly. I'm just very happy that this is on here.
So you have 161 books on your list. So let's see what it's gonna pick. Number 65. And it is... So we focus. So that's the one that was picked. Talon. I don't know that one. Okay, so I hope you enjoy it. It's not on my TBR, so let me know if I should add it or not.
Then the next book, which I believe something went wrong with the footage because it's not all there, which is fine. The next book was a random number generator pick, and Talon was the book that was picked. So this has been on my TBR forever. It's been here a very long time, and this is like genuinely a very random pick, but I'm excited for it. I believe this is about dragons. Anyway, dragons always a good thing, at least most of the time. Sometimes it's a bit weird, but dragons are a good thing, so I'm excited for this. I'm excited to have this on my TBR for July.
Okay, throw number 4. We have a 3. So 1, 2, 3. Here, do chord, shuffle. Good. I'm not good at this, but whatever. So we have book under 300 pages. Okay, that's gonna take a little bit of time. Give me 1 sec. It took me so long to find one on your TBR, but there is one that I saw and I was like, okay, I don't need to look further. Every Heart a Doorway by Shannon Maguire, one of my all-time favorite book series. You have to read it. I am surprised it's on your TBR actually, I mean on your list, so that one.
Then the next prompt was to read a book under 300 pages, and another pick that I was secretly kind of, you know, hoping but also expecting to be on here was Every Heart a Doorway. I know that this is one of Sasha's all-time favorite series, and I'm really, really excited for this one. And I love that it's so short, because I feel like I can just read this in maybe 1 or 2 hours and just feel like having accomplished something, and I'm really highly anticipating reading this book. So I hope I'll love it. I think I will, to be honest.
Okay, throw number 5. So we have 8. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Oh, another random one. Okay, let me check. Okay, so I know you need to read this one because it's for our read along. And this is Malice, so an adult fantasy. And I cannot wait to read it with you and to hear what you think of it. I mean, is it a reread? I hope not. No, it's not. I cannot remember. But yeah, this one because you need to, and I'm being nice.
Then the next book was a random pick, and Sasha picked Malice, which I didn't announce it on my channel, but I'll link the announcement videos down below. This is the next series for our read-along. So Gabby from Books and Other Nerd Things, Kira from the book Bella, Sasha from TheWildSasha, and I were hosting the Daughter of Smoke and Bone read-along over the past few months, and during the final live show we decided we actually weren't really done with each other yet, so we just wanted to do another read-along, and then I believe it was Hanan actually recommended this, and this was a book that was on all 4 of our TBRs. And we just decided to go for it. We're reading 1 book a month starting in July, so this month. And yeah, I've heard amazing things about this book. It's pretty chunky. It's like 700 pages. Okay, just slightly over 600 pages, but still, that's pretty chunky. But yeah, it's very epic, adult epic fantasy. So I have pretty high expectations, but we'll see, because adult epic fantasies have disappointed me in the past, but I just don't want to think about that scenario because I'm just really hoping that I'll love this. And thank you, Sasha, for not being mean and just putting this for this pick. I'm eternally grateful. Thank you.
Throw number 6, almost the end. So we got 9. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. So let's shuffle a little bit. If you want to, oops, never mind. That's because that card wanted to be here. So we have like a 5. Yes. So we have reread an old favorite. I mean, it's all the books you have not read. So I'm gonna make you read one of my old favorites. Okay? So it's not a reread, but it works fine. Okay. Okay, so this is a book that I don't see anywhere. I don't see many people talking about it, but I read it like a few years ago. I believe it was in 2018, and I really enjoyed it, and I hope you will, because it's kind of unique and different from what you would usually read in fantasy, I feel like. And it is State of Sorrow. Focus. It has a beautiful cover. This is a Fairy Loot edition, special edition, but it's one of my favorite. I love the sequel just as much. It's different and I really loved it. There is magic in it, but the magic is so subtle and I loved it. I really do. So
then the next prompt was to reread an old favorite, and I just honestly love that you just put a book here that you loved, that was an old favorite of yours, because it is State of Sorrow by Melinda Salisbury. I also have Fairy Loot edition, by the way. But yeah, this has been on my TBR for a very long time, ever since it came in the Fairy Loot box. And this is just one of those books that I never seem to get to, so I'm really excited to have this on my TBR and to finally get to it, basically. And honestly, for most of these books, I have no clue what they're about, but I'm excited, regardless.
Okay, throw number 7. Normally it's not the last one, but it's gonna be the last one, I feel. 6. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, we're out. So I get to pick 2 more books for you randomly, just because I want you to read them. Isn't that nice? But yeah, I think I'm gonna be nice. Let's see. Okay, so only 2 books left to show you. One I have read and absolutely loved, and I hope you will, and one I have not read. So let's start with the one that I have not read. So, Blade of Secrets by Tricia Levensetter. This is the book we will be reading with the Howling Pack, and I heard that you were looking forward to this one because you just bought it. So yeah, let's read this beauty all together. Fantasy, apparently the main character got like some kind of commission and someone asked her to build like some kind of magical blade that could steal people's secrets. And yes, there is a bit of romance in it, but I'm sure we won't mind it. I mean, I'm not a romance type of person, so... But yeah, cannot wait to read this one with you too, apparently.
And then since Sasha reached the end of the TBR board, she picked 2 random books that she just wanted me to read, and the first of which is Blade of Secrets by Tricia Levenseller. Honestly, Tricia Levenseller is just one of my favorite authors, and the reason I actually put this on my list of books that I need to read in July is because I will be joining in the Howling Pack read-along. I just bought this a couple weeks ago, randomly. I didn't know it was going to be the Howling Pack book for July, but it just seems like the perfect opportunity to read this. Again, this is not very big. I love Tricia Levenseller's writing style. It's always so much fun, and despite the books being short, so much gets accomplished in those books. And yeah, I don't think I've rated any of her books below 4 stars, honestly, which is quite a feat. So I have very high hopes for this, and I just hope I love this just as much as her previous books.
And the last one is actually a book I really, really, really did love. It was a 5 stars for me. I just read it like recently, but I had read the first book by that author like a year ago, whatever, and loved it. But it is The Bear. No, not The Bear. The Girl Who Speaks Bear by Sophie Anderson. It's a middle grade quite easy to read, so I hope it's gonna help you get through your huge TBR.
And then the final book was another pick, because we reached the end of the board, and that is The Girl Who Speaks Bear by Sophie Anderson. I really love how diverse my TBR is in that sense. We have middle grade, we have some adult, we have YA, we have fantasy, there's some sci-fi, there's some like portal fantasy. So I love how diverse it is in that sense. Ooh, this is illustrations. See, I hadn't even noticed that. This makes me so excited to read this. I mean, look at this. Look at how pretty. But yeah, sorry. I lost my train of thought. I'm super excited to be reading this. I just ordered a bunch of middle grades that looked exciting. And yeah, I saw that Sasha really loved this author's work. So I'm, again, really excited to have this on my TBR as well. This was another book that I kind of was secretly hoping that would be on here.
It was a pleasure to play with you. Anytime. It's less stressful when it's for someone else. Good luck with your TBR, and cannot wait to watch blah blah blah. And I cannot wait to watch your video. Bye! Bye! Bye!
So those were all 8 books on my TBR for July. I just want to give a massive thank you to Sasha for picking my books, but also for filming it and doing everything pretty last minute, because I just didn't have everything figured out. So just thank you so much. Yeah, I'll definitely keep you updated about how I'm liking the books, you know, as I'm reading them. And I want to thank all of you guys for watching this video. If you like this, please consider giving it a thumbs up and hitting the subscribe button if you want to. You can also click the bell icon so you'll be notified every single time that Esmay or I post a video. Comment down below with if you've read any of these books or if any of these books are on your TBR. And again, thank you guys so much for watching, and I will see you in the next video. Bye!